Happy New Year. So we're looking at your Tarot for January 2016. And I see how you're starting off the month here where you're going to be tackling something about your financial situation, looking into it, and basically it looks like how you're wanting to change up your system, the way you either make your money, but it could also be very constructive and creative ways of saving money. All right, because I'm seeing how you're putting something aside. There might be a larger goal here this year that you want to earmark to a certain thing. It could be home environment. It could be anything else. But I'm seeing how you're putting some money aside. I see how there's been certain expenses that are kind of just been leaking through your fingers and not really paying attention to it. So cutting a couple of corners, looking at how you could actually be balancing it will actually make you quite a bit of money throughout the rest of the year. It's all about becoming conscious. And once you're conscious, making those few changes, I'm seeing here how you're absolutely going to be able to start collecting something that you've been wanting here for a long time, because I'm seeing how the past is coming up, where there's been a past dream, a past desire, something now that you're really putting your effort towards. Now, that being said, too, I feel that a lot of you here might just be taking a short trip here in January. Looks like just a little weekend getaway. And how sweet is that? Maybe to a neighboring city, catching up perhaps with a sibling. I'm seeing a younger man. I feel that could be a brother. Well, it doesn't have to be necessarily a younger sibling. It could be you or the younger sibling. But in that, I am also seeing that there is new thoughts, new ideas, new drive, new focus, where I see that you're going to be passionately looking into how to set a new foundation. Now, this is great because what that tells me is like the focus you're using on your financial situation, becoming focused and determined. You're using this now to switch up other things within the family dynamics. When I look into your family area here, it's like there's something coming to the surface that is going to turn a new corner for you. And looking at how you can lay out the spread, if we can call it that way, more tangibly so. And it would be the dynamics between you family members of looking at how this too can go into a year of renewal. All this aside, that is all the work that is actually showing up for you, where you're dedicating your energy. So looking at more the fun side of life, well, there's something here now coming up that has been laying upon your consciousness for a while, and it looks like you may be opening up the door to new creativity, new self-expression, and I feel there's a very strong guidance in this, as I see how you're cutting through to the core to something now that actually can become either a new hobby, it could also be a new passion, but it's fun-related, something that is really going to drive you. Then I'm seeing here new strength, and this is here showing up in an area, Aries, where I'm feeling your creativity not only will blossom, but there's strength around you. Pay special attention to the time around the full moon. Here I'm seeing is going to be very, very powerful for you this month. And it may also tie into something that has to do with your mother. That could be an inspiration. It could be a practical thing. It could be helping her out with something that she needs. Or it may be her reaching out to you, inspiring or supporting you one way or another. But looking into the romantic side here, January is actually going to bring something unexpected. And it's coming from a source where you hadn't even thought it would be coming from, but I see how your partner is going to surprise you. For those of you who are single, well, maybe that is the surprise. Maybe you're going to meet that someone special here this month. I'm seeing how you will be emitting all of this, should I say, sensitive, spiritual, creative, soft, gentle energy, and your partner coming forward in the giving, the dynamic energy. So there's a beautiful balance here of giving and taking, and giving and receiving, rather. And this is going to spark the two of you to start dreaming up a storm. And what are you dreaming up? Well, it's those things that you can come and do together. It could be long-term projects, it could be short-term projects, but looking into where both of you can add to the mix with something practical, something hands-on and tangible that you can come to complete and follow through on together. Furthermore, I'm seeing that there's some news coming from afar. So this is from a male person, apparently out of town, out of state, could even be out of country. Now, this is a man here who's really trying to reach for some higher goal. He seems to be a very gentle person at heart, and it looks like there might just be a little bit of struggle, a little bit of worry around him, but nothing that he can't really do or overcome. It might just be that he has a need to share whatever is going on with him. And so I see how there's that compassionate air, just listening. He may not need you do anything or fix anything. He might just have a little bit of a need to kind of share those ongoing things. But for you, Aries, now, your career, I'm seeing how you are coming to a completion of a certain project. And there might have been a lot on your desk here as of late, because I see how you've been busy and how you're really now reaching to kind of embrace that situation and get all those loose details, those end details, all wrapped up so you can really now take a leap into new projects. And that's going to be quite energizing for you, as I see the satisfaction of having brought whatever now to an end, and can get into this new energy that's going to be really reviving, so to speak. There might be a partnership question coming up where somebody's going to be offering, or maybe you will be offering something to your coworkers or to your boss, or maybe you are the boss, right? And whatever that may be now, I'm feeling there is this sense of recognition of work well done, and it's ready to move on to that next step. Now, somewhere in the area of friendships, or it could be within a group, here's a female. She shows up as an air sign, so that could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. She may not be born in that sign, so don't get stuck on it, because it could really equally be her moon or rising sign, but she comes across as an intellectual and a great communicator. Now, around her, I see her going to and fro. Maybe she travels a lot with her work, or maybe she is planning on going somewhere, and in that case, it might be a long-distance trip, and how she now is balancing out certain things, also her financials, and I see the two of you speaking about those things that you're working on as well. So maybe the two of you will be inspiring one another. So in the hidden area of your reading here, I'm seeing that there is you working with what it is you want to achieve in your career. We were just talking about your career and how new, should I say, projects might be opening up. But here, this is more what you're contemplating above and beyond that. And some of you may just be looking at wanting to change things up here this year. It could be even switching careers or switching the company that you're working for. And I'm seeing how there's just so much now change going on in your life, Aries. And in that change, I get this sense and this feeling of antsiness, that there's this new you bubbling up and behind everything, and where you're wanting to explore maybe other talents that you can't really get to in the career that you're in today, but by changing avenues, you might be able to reach those, shall I say, talents and skills that are now wanting to come up to the forefront and wanting to be expressed. So at least I'm seeing some research time going into these areas of your life, and not saying that that's coming here in January, because it's kind of laying there, just working, bubbling in your subconsciousness, and will do so and probably take you into the following month, into February, March, before you might even start taking any action upon it. But if you're feeling ready already for change, start paying attention to your subconsciousness and that little voice in your mind that's prompting you or calling you to make a major change sometime down the road here in 2016. Like I said, that doesn't happen, or it doesn't need to happen right away, but it's definitely kind of looking into how you can express more of who you are, and I think that is awesome. So listen, this is what we have for you in January, and February is going to start out here probably with this in mind for you. So that should be exciting to see what February will bring for you. So meanwhile, have a wonderful month, Aries, and I'll see you next month.